Hi, so welcome back. Today we are gonna dig into my personal medication effectiveness tracking sheet that I've mentioned before in previous videos, possibly. But basically, it is what I used when I was going in the initial stages of getting diagnosed for ADHD, trying out different medications that were assigned to me by my psychotherapist. And let me just tell you, it was a rough journey, but I do believe in ADHD medication. And if you're curious, the one I'm on is Strattera, but I think everybody is totally different. So I'm going to show you the sheet without all the details that I put in. So I have linked it for free, a template down. So all you have to do is do file, make a copy, and then now bookmark it so you don't forget to track it every single day. And use it because it's super helpful. And if it weren't for this, I would not remember how I did on Adderall, Ritalin, Vyvanse, whatever. Okay, seriously. Please do your research, tell your doctor. And disclaimer, everything that I mentioned in this video, it's just my opinions and my personal situation. And I'm not condoning any certain medication. First medication I ever tried was Ritalin, 5 milligrams IR. And some of the notes. Okay, so the sections are gonna be the date, the medication, dose, and time. And you put how did you sleep last night, your mood, irritability. So let's like break it down a little. So how did you sleep last night? Obviously, like some stimulants are so strong they might give you insomnia issues. That happened to me a lot. So that is one of the biggest things I want to remember is on this medication, did I sleep okay? Mood, I put good, so that's, you know, how happy or how like content you are ish. If you're really moody that day or whatever, it could be also related to PMS. If you're trying out a new medication and you are on your time of the month, it will be probably biased. Your mood probably won't be great, judging from experience. Irritability, so this one is like, especially if you're living with family and you get annoyed easily, like how annoyed are you? Are you more annoyed than usual on this medication? So you put that. 1, you can put all day, and then 2, several hours, 3, a little, 4, not at all. Just try and guess. Next one, concentration, focus. So this one, I'm not in school anymore. I graduated, thank God. Thank God I peaced out a little early. It was the best decision ever. But yeah, so I've been taking some courses to help me learn about finances, nonprofit, stuff like that. So I try and measure my focus while doing that, and also when it comes to making content, because I'm trying to get into that more. Like, for example, am I gonna get super distracted while I try and edit this video? Maybe, probably. Memory. This, how I assess this personally is, did I forget my keys in my car? Did I take 20 minutes to find my keys, which happens sometimes? You know, did I forget my jacket at a friend's house? Little things like that happen often. Very ADHD. You know, once in a while, whatever, doesn't, you know, it doesn't tell you much. But if it happens a lot, your symptoms are getting they're really interfering with your day-to-day life. Motivation, that's the next section. So motivation, like to get out of bed, to, you know, do things, I guess, to do daily tasks like laundry or just washing the dishes, things like that. That's what I think of when I think of motivation. But yeah, you can put your own examples. You know, everyone's different. Next one, energy. So how are your energy levels? If you are feeling exhausted all day, which when I first was put on Strattera, that was what I was like, and it's very dangerous because I have a full-time job that requires driving a lot, and I can't just be exhausted and tired on the wheel. That's super dangerous. So yeah, so I started taking it at night instead, so that I don't have as much exhaustion in the day, and it worked. So shout out to Google. Ability to finish tasks, that one's good. Your follow through, how good are you on this medication versus not on this medication? What at completing tasks, whether it comes to doing laundry, are you like leaving half the pile still there? When it comes to finishing your essay, like, are you putting it off again. Did you ever even finish your essay and turn it in? Things like that. You can use that as an example. And then you can put any comments. So if you're like, I don't know what comments to put, let's just read some of my really weird comments. Okay, so I was taking care of some dogs, so this was one of the things I wrote. I put irritability from the past few days could be biased since I am taking care of 2 dogs right now and they're kind of a pain in the ass sometimes. Yes, that is true. Okay, on Adderall 10 milligrams, this was August 2019, noticed a significant difference though when I'm on Adderall versus off it. So in general, I used to uncontrollably yawn and rest my head because I'd be so bored in lectures, but I've stopped doing that and I stopped daydreaming as much. I have also been a lot better at not reaching for my phone or watching TV while I'm starting to do work. Okay. Addy 15 milligrams. Forgetful. I forgot names right away and forgot to check the classroom number, which led me to be late to class. And then one thing I wrote, Addy 10 milligrams, 3 p.m. Still uncontrollably interrupted people around 6 p.m. Parentheses, might have worn off. Maybe it like kind of wore off and that period just made me more irritable, possibly. So that's why I wrote that. Okay. And then, you know, after a few months, I put like, I feel like I definitely lost weight, which it does usually suppress appetite, a lot of the ADHD medications, so please be aware of that. And please make sure to eat, because when you're on these medications, from my experience, you kind of forget to eat a lot of the times, and you just don't have as much of an urge to eat because it suppresses your appetite. Addy XR, 30 milligrams, very dry mouth. Dry mouth, tongue feel like it's burning. I tried drinking lots of water, but it doesn't relieve it much. Now let's see, when I didn't take it, didn't experience dry mouth. Oh, who would have thought? It's good to have more notes, even if it's like super random. Like you can tell some of mine is really weird. Like for example, one, I put very talkative on FaceTime with a couple friends. People will be like, how's it related to ADHD? Like how is it gonna help you track your symptoms? But if I have no energy and it's killing my energy to the point that I can't even talk to a bunch of friends on FaceTime like I used to, that just shows that not only is it killing my personality, but I barely have energy and it's suppressing my hyperactivity a little too much, you know? Like it's good to calm it a little, but like when it's too much or I can't even talk to my friends, that says a lot, because I am a very social person. That says a lot to me, you know? So, you know, a big thing when it comes to this journey is self-awareness, is trying to understand yourself and why you are the way that you are and your personality and things like that. And that is very helpful when it comes to tracking your personality on these medications and your symptoms and how you react to them and things like that, if that makes sense. So I tried to give you that example because I'm a very social person, but if you're not very social, you may not relate to that, I don't know. But also, I put a note here. This one is very telling. I was on Wellbutrin, 150 milligrams. My therapist today said I seem kind of flat and I look more depressed than I've ever looked. That is so sweet. My psychotherapist, a different person, on Adderall XR, I believe, said you look like a zombie, like you look super dead. And he kept apologizing because when I came to appointment, like you could just see it in my face. I was super slumped. You could tell like I haven't slept for days. I had big ass eye bags, which like it's just not cute. I was looking, acting, feeling like a zombie, like dead ass, like walked in like that, you know. So I tried to like smile. He could tell like I was really off, and he doesn't even see me that often. That was really telling to me like I needed to switch dosages or medications, and that really alarmed him too. He switched me so fast, even though I was kind of determined to keep taking Adderall because it worked for so many people, right? So I think that's it when it comes to my personal notes for today. But don't give up, seriously. Just because, I mean, some people get really lucky. They right away, they find medication that works for them. I was not that lucky, and I went through a lot of obstacles. It was very horrible actually, but I don't regret anything because there is a higher chance of you, because of your impulsivity and hyperactivity and blah blah blah, being put in jail, having issues with school and work, and getting to an accident that may cost your life. I literally fell off a Razor scooter. This is so embarrassing. I fell off a Razor scooter way before I was diagnosed and treated and blah blah blah, before all of that. And I went to the ER. Okay? And thank God my CT scan was clear, but holy crap, it was really scary. It was really scary and lonely, and I would not wish that upon anyone. They're also, you know, when you're unmedicated, higher risk of getting into a car accident. There's just a long list of your risks, and it makes a lot of sense to me because every time I am not on my medication, you know, I really look back and I'm like, all the risks I took, some of it just was not safe at all, and it really was life or death kind of thing. And you know, in the moment you don't really think about it. So I'm not saying like I'm not trying to control people like you have to be on medication, blah blah blah. It's really like up to you, but you know, just keep those things in mind. Before I might have said, like in my previous videos, like, oh, it's fine, like you don't have to be on medication, whatever. But after talking to my therapist many times about this topic, I would just like to say that it's really crucial that you do the research. Do the research on the medication. Talk to your doctor. If your doctor doesn't believe in ADHD, get a new doctor. That is an uninformed doctor. Let me just tell you, not every doctor is experienced with ADHD, and they don't really teach you that very in depth in medical school. So what medication am I on right now? I am on Strattera, 40 milligrams. It's a slow acting medication, and I'll talk about it. I'm just waiting for it to fully kick in, but it's been around 6 weeks, I think. Oh, probably over. And I have no bad side effects, really. Well, the only bad side effects I had was in the first few weeks of taking it. It just made me more tired than usual. But I started taking it at night instead in the morning. So it's been a lot better. And I feel like it's really calmed me down. Like, I'm less hyperactive, I guess. A little less impulsive in my opinion, because my impulsivity in the past was really, you know, it's a little risque. Taking risks is great, you know, like people with ADHD, they tend to become more likely to become entrepreneurs because of their risk taking and their passion and stuff like that. But when it comes to your life, I just don't want anything happening. I don't want anything happening to you all. And I know medication and therapy and things like that is a privilege. You know, I'm lucky to have health insurance. Check if your health insurance has mental health coverage, by the way, if you're not sure, because a lot of times they do and you just may not know, and find someone in network. But I know even that is a privilege. So but if there's anything I could do for you at all, like you want to rant, you have any suggestions, you have any questions for me, please feel free to DM me anytime or comment. That'd be even better. And like, subscribe, all of that, and push me to make more videos if you can, because that is one of my goals that I'm trying to keep up with, posting videos every Monday. Okay, thank you, bye.